You double-checked your passport, zipped up your carry-on, and breezed through online check-in. Wait, what could possibly go wrong? Well, quite a bit, actually. Because in 2025, airport security isn't just cracking down on sharp objects or oversized liquids. They're flagging items that seem totally harmless. We're talking nail polish remover, knitting needles, even your snow globe souvenir. And yes, any of these could hold you up at security, or even make you miss your flight entirely. So, if you don't want to end your trip before it starts, stick around. We're uncovering 20 harmless items that will make you miss your flight. First on our list is high heels. While not banned outright, high heels with thick or metallic soles can trigger extra screening at security checkpoints. You may be asked to remove them for scanning, and some shoe types might not fit easily into scanners. For smooth travel, wear comfortable, flat shoes and pack your dressier options in your checked bag. Second on the list, knitting needles. Pack them only with caution. Knitting needles fall into a gray area. Some security checkpoints allow plastic or wooden needles, but metal ones may be flagged as dangerous. Even if permitted, it's best to wrap them securely to avoid accidental injuries during inspection. And always double-check your airline's policy before flying, especially for international trips. Third is wedding dresses. Flying to a destination wedding? Be extra cautious when packing your wedding dress. While they're not banned, the TSA may pull your bag aside for additional inspection if the dress is too large or layered for the X-ray machine. You may also be asked to fold it, risking wrinkles. Always pack it in a garment bag and call your airline in advance to ask about closet space on board. Fourth, cordless curling irons with butane cartridges. Travel-friendly hair tools are great, but only if they meet airline safety standards. Cordless curling irons powered by butane gas cartridges are a no-go in both carry-on and checked luggage. These pose a fire risk. If you want to style your hair while traveling, pack an electric curling iron instead, but make sure your hotel has compatible outlets. Fifth on the list, cast iron pans. Believe it or not, a cast iron skillet could get you flagged at security. It's not just that it's heavy, usually weighing around 4 to 5 pounds, but it can also be used as a blunt weapon. Because it's solid metal, TSA agents might consider it dangerous. Even if you're a culinary whiz heading to a cooking class abroad, consider checking it in. Now at number 6, mercury thermometers. Need to check your temperature in-flight? Make sure your thermometer doesn't contain mercury. These old-school devices may be accurate, but they're a nightmare if they break. Mercury is toxic and extremely difficult to clean up, especially in an aircraft cabin. Instead, bring an alcohol-based thermometer, the one with red liquid, or a digital thermometer, which are both safe and TSA approved. Number 7. Magic 8 balls. Yes, even your quirky Magic 8 ball is on the restricted list. Why? The issue is the uncertain amount of liquid inside the toy. Even though the liquid volume might seem small, TSA can't accurately estimate how much is inside, and that lands the toy on the banned list. It's quirky, yes, but it could get confiscated at security. You might want to ask your Magic 8 ball about your chances of sneaking it through, but the answer will probably be, don't count on it. Number 8 on our countdown, bowling pins. Planning to bowl on vacation? Leave the bowling pins at home or pack them in your checked baggage. Security agencies classify these as potential blunt force weapons. That might sound silly until you consider their weight and solid construction. In the confined space of an airplane, they could indeed pose a threat. Unfortunately, airline fun and games will have to wait until you land. Coming in at number 9, darts. It might be tempting to pack a compact dartboard set, especially if you're heading to a game night. But darts, despite their small size, are considered sharp objects and pose a danger during onboarding. TSA rules are clear. No sharp sports equipment is allowed in carry-on luggage, whether it's fencing foils, bats, or yes, darts. It's best to check these items or leave them at home. And number 10 is nail polish removers. You might assume that something as basic as nail polish remover would be harmless. But if your remover contains acetone, think again. Acetone is highly flammable, making it a serious fire hazard in a pressurized cabin. Even though the quantity might be small, the risk is high. Airlines prohibit acetone-based products not just for safety, but because they can cause skin and nail irritation too. Opt for acetone-free nail polish removers, which are gentler and safer, but always check with the airline just to be sure. Coming up next, we've got perfumes and nail polishes. Many people like to freshen up mid-flight, but perfumes and nail polishes are often restricted. Why? It's not only because they fall under the liquid limit of 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, but because of etiquette and allergy concerns. Some passengers are sensitive or allergic to strong scents, and spraying perfume in a closed environment like an airplane cabin can trigger allergic reactions or migraines. The same goes for nail polish. The smell can be overpowering, and using it on board is considered inconsiderate and potentially hazardous. The 12th one is unbelievable. Liquid bleach? Bringing liquid bleach on a plane is a firm no. Not only is it highly corrosive and an implosion hazard, but even the thought of someone trying to launder white clothes in a cramped airplane lavatory is laughable. Bleach poses health risks through fumes and potential spills. Skip the bleach and maybe consider a travel-sized stain remover pen instead. At number 13, we have hair bleach. Similarly, hair bleach is also off-limits. The chemicals used in bleaching hair are volatile and can be dangerous if they spill or react with other substances. Plus, tools associated with hairdressing, such as scissors with blades longer than 4 inches, are restricted. If you need to touch up your hair, do it before you fly, not mid-air. 14 is something you've probably never thought twice about. Christmas crackers. Those festive little party favors known as Christmas crackers may add cheer to holiday gatherings, but don't bring them on a plane. They contain a tiny explosive element to create the crack sound when pulled, which automatically places them in the pyrotechnic category. TSA bans them in carry-ons and checked bags alike, so you'll have to celebrate once you land. Number 15. Paints and turpentine. If you're an artist traveling with your supplies, you need to be careful. While oil paints in small tubes, under 3.4 ounces, are usually allowed in carry-ons, turpentine is highly flammable and banned entirely. Even in checked luggage, these solvents are a no-go. Consider shipping your painting supplies ahead of time or buying them at your destination. 16th on the list. Snow globes. They're charming and nostalgic, but snow globes are often confiscated at airport security. Why? Because they contain liquid, and the exact volume is hard to determine. TSA has a general rule. If it's smaller than a tennis ball, it might pass. But anything larger, and it's likely to be tossed. If you're bringing one as a souvenir, pack it in your checked luggage. Number 17 is more common than you think. Gel insoles. Surprisingly, gel insoles, those comfy inserts for your shoes, are restricted in carry-ons. The reason? It's difficult to determine the exact amount of gel inside, and the liquid rule still applies. They're often mistaken for gel-based explosives or prohibited items. It's best to wear insoles through security or pack them in your checked baggage. Number 18. Tent pegs. Campers and hikers beware. Tent pegs are considered sharp objects and are not allowed in carry-ons. They could be used as stabbing instruments, so security bans them altogether. If you're traveling light with only a backpack, you'll need to buy tent pegs at your destination. Otherwise, check them in a secure bag to avoid delays or confiscation. At number 19, we have drills. Oddly enough, power tools like drills show up at security checkpoints more often than you'd think. Some people bring them as souvenirs or as part of their work gear. But drills, with their sharp bits and spinning motors, are on the no-fly list when it comes to carry-ons. If you absolutely must travel with one, pack it in your checked baggage and make sure it's well padded. Finally, number 20. Soft cheeses. If you're bringing cheese, know this. Soft cheeses like brie or camembert are considered liquids by TSA standards. That means they fall under the 3.4-ounce rule. Hard cheeses? No problem. But anything soft, creamy, or spreadable needs to be either consumed before the flight or stored in your checked bag, or better yet, left at home. Let's face it, Air travel can already be stressful without finding out your stuff isn't allowed on board. These 20 items may seem random, but the logic behind their restrictions always boils down to safety, etiquette, and practicality. When in doubt, check with your airline ahead of time and pack smart. You'll save yourself the hassle and maybe even your favorite snow globe.